A natural separation is taking place. Natural. Where there is a separation between the 3D perception of the world and a 5D perception of our reality. It is known as the Great Split. And the spiritual community we've been talking about this for a while, that it is coming, that we are heading for it, while we are right in it now. And some of you would have experiences, whether you were aware of a split taking place or not, you have experienced a natural separation in relationships. Either your romantic relationships have naturally separated, your people that you thought would be a part of your future, they have gone a different path. Friendships coming to an end, career relationships coming naturally dissolving. Why? Because the split is natural. It is not. So many people think that what is happening in the world or what is happening in their personal lives, when many people, when they come to me for readings, for spiritual readings, because their relationship has fallen apart or is falling apart, or because they're being fired, or something in their perception has gone wrong, they've lost something, they come to me, and many people believe that somebody has done something nefarious to them that has brought this about. Something is wrong in the world, and somebody has the power to have had that influence on their life. And even when we listen to what the world thinks about what's happening on our planet, it's the government's fault, or there are powers that be that control everything, and they're the ones that decide how things are going to go for us. And the truth is that if that is your belief, then your reality will play out in that way. And that is what is true for you. But there are some of us who know and understand that we are the creators of our reality, that we are not puny servants and slaves, that we get to determine and decide how we experience our reality. And the split is exactly that. There are people on our planet who are able to read the signs. There are people here, and many of them consider themselves to be chosen. There are no chosen people on this planet. We are all equally precious. We are all equally powerful. We are all connected to the God force. We are all connected to the universe and to the stream of well-being and abundance. It is only our beliefs that pinch us off from that. And so those who find themselves to be sensitive to the signs, who have a deep desire to elevate, who have a deep desire to be better, to experience life and themselves and the world through a better lens. So they've opened themselves up to learning about the ancient secrets, and they've opened up to or ancient wisdom, because it's not a secret, or they've opened themselves up to growth, to healing, to become more of who they really are, basically releasing old programming, which is in victimhood and anger and blame and resentment, and somebody else always has the power in my story. That's old programming that kept us in slave mentality, kept us in this place of going round and round in our cycles. So the split, the natural separation that's taking place is not because there is some higher power that decides that you don't get to have what you want, or that things are going to go wrong in your life. No, it is a natural selection and of your own choosing. Your soul has decided that you want to elevate to a higher frequency, okay? And so you naturally shift into 5D perspective. And the other people in your life who have not made that choice, they naturally remain in 3D perspective in the old world. And so the separation, the split that is taking place is as a result of free will. And whether we shift into the new world or whether we remain in the old 3D world is very, very simply based on the frequency that we choose, the frequency that is us. And what determines your frequency and what determines your energy? Your beliefs. Your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about the world, which are determined by the choices you make day in, day out. So if I choose love in a situation that appears to be uncomfortable, then I choose a higher frequency, because I don't see myself as a victim to other people's actions. I see myself as the God force in the situation, and I choose to love because it's just an experience, and therefore I elevate. So we can go into so many details about how the world is, how our reality is very different to what we originally perceived and what we've been taught. But it comes down to the simple fact that some of us dared to read the signs, ask the questions, make different choices, make different moves, and we elevate in frequency. And there are people that we love very dearly and we care about that have not made that choice. And suddenly they are just in a different frequency. They're in a different dimension. And so we're on the same planet, but we're experiencing very different worlds. And that's the natural split that's taking place. It is of our own design, because what many people think is that we are separate beings, that we see millions of different people, millions of creatures, we see so many things outside of ourselves, and so they must be separate from us. And it is an illusion. We are all leaves on the many branches of the same tree. We are all roots interconnected in the forest that appear to be different trees, but we are all connected. And so as we choose our frequency as individuals, right? Because that's what you're doing whenever you make a choice. When you choose to just lie down and be like, I give up, I hate the world, I hate my life, I hate people, I'm doomed here because nobody's going to give me a chance. That's a victim. That's shifting your power to somebody else. And that's choosing a frequency. And many of us think that we're victims of our reality and that we have no choice and that we just are where we are, but it's not true. It's an illusion. You get to choose your frequency. And so what is happening in your relationships? What's happening in your world, where we see that there are people that still believe that things that are obviously evil and wrong, that they are justifiable. And it makes no sense that anybody can believe that. They're in a different world. They're perceiving their reality through 3D, where everybody is a victim and somebody else is always to blame, and their bad behavior is justified, and so their misery and their suffering, they have no choice. And for those of you who have shifted into 5D, you see the world differently, and you experience it from a loving place. And that is the reality that is moving, that we, through that perception, move into the golden age. So I just wanted to give you guys some explanation of what is happening right now for those of you who are not aware of the split and have experienced that people who you thought were going to be a part of your world, there's a natural separation at the moment, as if we've chosen sides. And we have. Some of us have chosen love and some of us have chosen hate, and we get to experience different worlds.